after predicting that Bitcoin, the world's largest cryptocurrency, will jump to $500,000 in 2024. Anonymous Bitcoin analyst and investor Plan B has given his opinion on another important prediction for the crypto asset. Recall that the analyst has changed his stock to flow average for this cycle from $100,000 to $55,000. With that out of the way, the independent analyst and former institutional investor seems to be more interested in what the next halving will look like for Bitcoin and, by extension, the rest of the crypto market. To that point, he recently conducted a Twitter poll asking his 1.8 million Twitter followers how Bitcoin would behave after the March 2024 halving. This video examines Plan B's tweet and his latest prediction for the crypto asset after the 2024 halving. We would also be looking at some important market developments and how they could impact the market as a whole. Please watch the video to the end, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. You could also drop your comments and observations about Plan B's tweets as well as the current crypto market environment in the comment section below. Enjoy the video. Let's begin with Plan B's Twitter poll, to which over 46,000 users of the microblogging platform responded. Here is the poll. Bitcoin jumped after the 2020 halving as predicted. The question is, will it pump again after March 2024 halving, or will we front run, or is the halving cycle dead? 46,308 Twitter users participated in Plan B's poll. 49.7% said Bitcoin would pump again like what happened in 2020. 22.5% said there would be a front run, while 27.8% said that halving cycles are dead. The comment section under the poll was also as divided as the poll results. Some replies noted that the global economy is entering what could become an extended period of inflation, recession, and severe food crisis, which would affect all sectors, including the crypto sector. Others pointed out that the long-term prospects of Bitcoin far outweigh whatever price increases the coin could see in the short and midterm. Plan B also reacted to the poll results and gave his own opinion on the continuation of halving cycles and how the 2024 halving cycle would affect Bitcoin prices. His tweet reads, "Wow. 28% thinks the halving cycle is dead. In my own opinion, we either front run or pump again. It will not stop after 3 spectacular halvings. Bitcoin stock to flow ratio will jump from 55 to 110 after 2024 halving. Investors will notice that Bitcoin will be scarcer than gold and real estate. Plan B's stock to flow model uses the amount of Bitcoin in circulation and what is left to be mined to calculate the crypto asset's scarcity and value. The higher the ratio, the scarcer an asset and the more expensive it becomes. If the ratio jumps to 110 as Plan B predicts, coupled with wider adoption and a better macro environment, Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrency ecosystem will flourish significantly. If you have any comments on Plan B's tweets and prediction, please drop them in the comment section below. Now let's move to some important market updates as we promised earlier in the video. According to a recent report, Tether Operations Limited will be extending its fiat-pegged token offerings. The company has announced the launch of MXNT, a new fiat-pegged token tied to the value of the Mexican peso. The team said MXNT tokens will be initially hosted on Ethereum, Polygon, and Tron and serve as a testing ground for onboarding new members in the Latin American market. While MXNT is the company's latest offering, it has other fiat-pegged crypto offerings. Its USDT, which is pegged to the US dollar, is currently the largest stablecoin with a market valuation of over $73 billion. Tether's other fiat token offerings include the EURT, which is pegged to the euro, CNHT, pegged to the Chinese yuan, and Tether Gold XAUT, pegged to the value of an ounce of fine gold. While announcing the launch of MXNT, Paulo Ardoino, the CTO of Tether, said there has been a notable rise in the popularity of digital currencies in Latin America. Paulo added that the development informed Tether's decision to launch a stablecoin that is pegged to the Mexican peso. Introducing a peso-pegged stablecoin will provide a store of value for those in the emerging markets and in particular Mexico. MXNT can minimize volatility for those looking to convert their assets and investments from fiat to digital currencies. The CTO added. Still on stablecoins, Kristalina Georgieva, the managing director of the International Monetary Fund, has urged investors not to use the Terra and UST implosion as a reason to shun other cryptocurrencies. While speaking at the World Economic Forum's annual meeting in Davos, the IMF chief said the sector offers faster service, lowers costs, and more inclusion. Here is a quote from Georgieva according to reports. "I would beg you not to pull out of the importance of this world. It offers us all faster service, much lower costs, and more inclusion, but only if we separate apples from oranges and bananas." The IMF chief also urged financial regulators around the world to put in place some protective measures and adequately educate investors on the risks of crypto assets. She explained further that there are many types of crypto assets with different risk levels. She also stated that stablecoins with adequate backing are less likely to fail compared to algorithmic stablecoins like the UST. The less there is backing it, the more you should be prepared to take the risk of this thing blowing up in your face, she added. The IMF chief is not the only attendee of Davos 2022 that has spoken about the cryptocurrency space. Billionaire investor Ray Dalio told the conference that Bitcoin is great, or let's call it a digital gold. Here's a short clip of the billionaire's interview with CNBC.
One of the things that you and I have talked about a lot over the years is cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And in the past year or two, it felt to me that you had shifted your view about them a little bit and actually got excited to think that maybe Bitcoin and others could get interesting. And I'm curious how you think about that now in terms of whether that's actually an inflation hedge or maybe it isn't.
No, I think, let me clarify again, because some people make stereotypical. I think that cryptocurrencies, in particular, I think blockchain's great. But let's call it a digital gold.
Right.
I think a digital gold, which would be a Bitcoin type of thing, is something that probably, in the interest of diversification of finding an alternative to gold, has a little spot relative to gold and then relative to other assets. But I think that we're in an environment that we're now going to ask, what is the new money? Okay, so meaning fiat currencies. And when we look at currencies, you hold currencies in the form of a debt.
Right.
And so when I say cash is trash, what I mean is that all currencies, in relationship to the euro, in relationship to the yen, all of those currencies, like in the 1930s,
right,
will be currencies that will go down in relationships to goods and services. And we are in an environment where we're going to be looking at what are those assets? What is the type of money that you could move between countries that's a medium of exchange and a storehold of wealth? And that's what I'm talking about. And I'm saying that Bitcoin has made a tremendous achievement over the last 11 years of being able to. It's a tiny percentage of my portfolio. I think the Bitcoin people get too preoccupied with it. The gold bugs get too preoccupied with it. And I think you have to look at the broader set of assets that serve that purpose.
Today's episode is sponsored by iTrust Capital, the #1 crypto IRA platform in America. We allow you to invest in your favorite cryptocurrencies without worrying about taxes. That's right. iTrust Capital allows you to buy and sell your favorite cryptocurrencies completely tax-free. That means if you invest $10,000 into Cardano and it grows to $100,000, all of your profits are tax-free. Why is it tax-free? We took the existing retirement account industry and flipped it on its head. Instead of boring stocks and bonds, you can invest in crypto. How is it secured? Through Coinbase Custody, one of the leading cold storage providers with a $320 million insurance policy to protect against theft, hacks, and loss of funds. Roll over your existing retirement account, or even start a new one from scratch. Questions? Schedule a free call with one of our crypto retirement account specialists, and they can help you discuss your options. Start your crypto IRA today and retire early, only at iTrust Capital. Click the link in the description to open a free account now.
What are your thoughts on Ray Dalio's comments on Bitcoin being digital gold and the IMF chief's statement on the crypto market? Please drop them below and don't forget to hit the like button. You can also subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss any of our regular uploads. Thanks for watching.